Hey guys, Greg Denning. You know, because I ended up out on my own at an early age, I had some family troubles. I ended up trying to live like on my own at 16, and it was brutal. And I had little or no money. And because of that, I just kind of gravitated to the poor areas. And as I got in there, I obviously saw a lot of vice and a lot of addiction and a lot of things that didn't work. Now, it wasn't all bad. There was a lot of really great people, okay? And money isn't the distinguisher between good and evil. But in some of the kind of slummy areas, the poor areas, there was a lot of vice. And so eh, I started to observe that and notice it, luckily early on. And I was like, hey, man, that's not stuff I want in my life, because I was fortunate enough to see, that doesn't lead to happiness. That doesn't lead to freedom. That doesn't solve their problems. In fact, it added to their problems. And then in that desperation, in that search, part of my story, I started searching voraciously for the keys to success. What is it that makes people successful and happy? And I've been studying for over 20 years the lives of great men and women, and what really works. What are those key elements that make for a fantastic life? And one of them is to avoid the vices. And so there's kind of a play on words here with the multiple meanings of the word vice, and to ask yourself, are you stuck in a vice? There's the vice that goes on your workbench that it's got the wheel. You clamp down something really tight and totally restrict its freedom of movement, right? Or a vice that is a flaw or a weakness or an immorality, some kind of something in your life that's wrong, that's inappropriate and restrictive. And so I want to take a minute and just have you think through that. What is there in your life right now that is a vice? Maybe it's addiction. Is there something you're addicted to that's holding you back? And you might be like, I ain't addicted. I can stop anytime I want, right? Just stop, man. And really, I want to challenge you. This is a big deal, and this is high level stuff, right? This is high level stuff where you're living as a truly enlightened person. I want to challenge you to remove anything from your life that is a negative addiction, anything that's holding you back. So take a minute right now and just carefully think through that. You have any kind of substance addiction. Maybe it's pornography. Maybe it's procrastination. Maybe it's laziness. Maybe it's a relationship that really needs to be fixed, or there are toxic relationships that need to be ended. Is it some kind of limited thinking, limited beliefs that's a vice? Is it some kind of perversion that needs to be just eliminated from your life? Just think through it. Seriously, are you stuck in a vice? And that's the first step. Just really look at it. Am I stuck? Is there anything holding me back? Maybe it's a job it's really not a good place. Maybe it's a hobby. Maybe it's something you've been doing for a long time that's just not bringing any benefit or goodness to your life. Maybe it's maybe it's even foul language or inappropriate conversations. Maybe it's this terrible music that just makes you feel rotten. Whatever it is, I challenge you to take a look at it and remove it from your life. Get unstuck from that vice. And what happens? Freedom. Freedom to think, freedom to live, freedom to create, freedom to start new and fresh, to reach for new potential and new heights. And then the second part, first you have to think, be honest with yourself and identify it. Say, yeah, this is holding me back. This is a vice that's keeping me down. And then second, you got to work on it voraciously to get it out of your life, to get the strength and the discipline to replace it with something great, with what's been called a positive addiction, and just get those out of your life, replace it with good habits, and so you can start new. Please believe in yourself, believe in your future, believe in your chance to really go after it and create a life you love and do incredible things. And do that today. Start right now. Identify anything that's keeping you in a vice, that's binding up your freedom and restricting your growth and your upward mobility. And then discipline yourself to get it out of your life. Reach upward.